let's queer up entertainment. Bridgerton's Jonathan Bailey suffers homophobic attack in DC, but there's a lovely man in his life. Bridgerton actor Jonathan Bailey is opening up about a moment he feared for his life, all because he's gay. He shared the experience from his recent trip to Washington, D.C. to attend an annual political event for the Human Rights Campaign. He told the Evening Standard that when he went to a coffee shop wearing a Human Rights Campaign cap, a man arrived behind him and asked if he was famous. Jonathan replied, quote, "I'm really famous for ordering coffee." End quote. In the next moment, the man pulled Jonathan's cap, threw it across the room, and shouted at him saying, quote, "Get out of the fucking shop, you queer," end quote. When Jonathan went to collect his hat, the attacker shouted, quote, "If you don't take that cap off, I'm going to fucking shoot you. Where I'm from, people like me kill people like you." End quote. Bailey was shocked, especially with the timing of HRC event. However, he also revealed this and such events are not going to stop him from being who he is. Jonathan gave insights into his own relationship status and confirmed he is currently in a relationship with a lovely man. Queer News Tonight notes that Washington, D.C. has the largest percentage of LGBTQ plus residents of any state in America and will be hosting the 2025 World Pride. I mean, the balls on these people. It's just, yeah, well, first of all, kudos for actually recognizing the HRC logo. I mean, half the homophobes don't even know what that is. Right. They only attack when they see rainbow, which...
Well, they also attack the equal sign now, because they will have no part of equality.
Yeah, well, they never wanted equality to begin with. They don't want racial equality. They don't want gender equality. They don't want any equality.
Yeah. Where is the media? Where is the news? I never saw this in the news until now. We are reporting about it. Where is this? I mean, this is a guy that is very much a very well-known actor right now. How is he probably not making it?
He probably didn't report it.
Yeah, he probably didn't report it.
Right, and I'm going to throw another. You know, those of us old enough to remember a certain actor by the name of Jussie Smollett who filmed it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, this was, first off, I didn't even know the guy was gay. I'll die mad he didn't go after me, but that's another story for another night. But, you know, it's like, unfortunately, if there's no videotape, it's like it didn't happen. I mean, and meanwhile, the whole story is totally plausible and believable because I'm sure every one of us has had it happen to us at some point in our lives.
I'm happy. That's what I was thinking. That is like, as it's hard not to. I did not know. I've seen Bridgerton and I knew this actor and I didn't know his name and I didn't know he was openly gay until recently. No, I feel maybe I'm a disappointment, but I didn't know this. But also, he's such a cutie. I didn't know. Like anyway, neither here. That's entirely irrelevant. But the humanity of the story, that is like, it's horrible to have to say this out loud, but that is like, we've all, so many of us have experienced some version of this, right? And that is, and unfortunately it's too regular and too commonplace, even today, as he's noting, right? Even as someone who's well known and well protected, and I imagine by way of his status, by way of his, you know, and that is like, it also just feels like a story that's it could have happened to any one of us, because it has happened to any one of us. And that's hard to hear, and all the more gratitude, Jonathan Bailey, who I'm not going to be to thank you for saying it, right? No, I'm a married woman.
No, but I'm not.
Okay, but I'm grateful for you for saying that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think there's a story this week that I wrote in South Florida, and it's online now. Island City Stage on Dixie Highway, which is now it's a part of the heart of Wilton Drive, was vandalized on Tuesday morning. And this just sort of reinforces the point that we need to always have our backs. We've all suffered or encountered, I wouldn't say I suffered from it,
It happened at this church.
Yes, here at this church. But we've all suffered.
There were anti-gay messages posted on the church last year sometime.
Yeah, well, no, just a couple months ago, someone tried to start a fire outside the church during services. And so, yes, in coffee houses, in theaters, in our churches, in our bars, we need to be careful because it's the places where we feel the safest that we're going to be attacked. We've all suffered microaggressions at some point. You know, someone saying fag or oh, he's got to go put his dress on, and I'm like, oh my God. First of all, just try and be original in your gay bashing. You know, I've been called fag. I've heard it all. You're still terrible people. At least try and be creative about it. You know what I'm saying? And also, what?
If there are any creative, they wouldn't be bigots.
That's true. So my point.
That's funny.
You're absolutely right, though. It's funny because it's true.
It's lack of imagination that leave them on the dogmatic path, you know.
You're not wrong.
Absolutely.